Hey guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Rob, and in this video we'll be transforming this old, tired 1980s style one-bedroom rental condo into a 2020 modern masterpiece anyone would be proud to live in. And the best part is, we're doing it all in under 3 weeks. So welcome to week 1 of this incredible transformation. We started by removing the carpet first, cutting it into strips to easily roll it up and haul it away. We then used the same process to remove the underpad as well. Once all the flooring was removed, we turned our attention to the kitchen cabinets. These came out relatively easy due to the fact that they were built on site back in the 80s. So they came out in large chunks, which made it so much easier. And finally, the tub and tile, which was the most difficult of the entire demolition. Okay, that's pretty much done for the demo. So we spent a total of five hours ripping this place down. Now we're left with a pile of crap to get out of here. So and we are back at the condo, day number 2. Today is our first day back after demo. We're waiting on materials to show up, so I thought we would go ahead, prep the ceiling, spray it out, and try to get a coat of primer on the walls today while we're waiting for materials to show up. I opted to use an airless sprayer to paint the ceilings, just because it would go a lot faster, and I kind of figured I would need 2 coats, which I did. Boy, I haven't done that in a while. Ah, that's hard on the neck, but it's done. I'm afraid I might have to do one more coat. I'll let it dry and see what it looks like. Well, it is now day 3 of this one-bedroom condo remodel that we're doing on a 30-day challenge. If you didn't get a chance to see the first video, which was the demo video, I'll put a link right up here. Go check it out. And we're on this challenge to get this condo redone completely. New floors, new kitchen, bathtub paint, doors, millwork, everything. So we hope you stick around, hit the subscribe button below. Today, we're gonna prime out these walls. Yesterday, we finished the ceiling, and then tomorrow, the door package will show up, so we can get started on that. So here I'm rolling a primer coat on all the walls. I went ahead and I tinted the primer to match the color of the final coat that the owner has picked. I believe the name of the color is Paperclip, and the reason I do this is so that I get a really nice coverage on the final coat of paint. So it's been a couple hours now. I went ahead and painted all the walls with a primer. I tinted the primer pretty close to what the wall color is going to be. And the reason I prime out the walls at this stage is it allows me to see any imperfections in the walls, anything that needs to be repaired and modded. It's easy to see that way. So that took a couple hours, and I'm going to let it dry for an hour or two, and then I'm going to come back and start repairing the walls. During the time I was painting, I was lucky the building plumber came in, installed the tub, and put on new shutoffs on everything, so that's taken care of. So I'll see you guys in a couple hours after this paint dries, and we'll start prepping these walls.
To patch and fill all the holes in the wall, I'm using a 6-inch putty knife. And for larger areas that need more repair, I'm using a 12-inch trowel. The key here is to apply the mud in light coats. You don't want to apply it too heavy and be sanding for hours. 1 to 2 light coats is enough when doing prep on walls for painting.
I'm not going to get too crazy on the kitchen here because there is a new kitchen going in, and the whole backsplash is going to be tiled. So 99% of this is going to get covered. So I really don't need to spend a lot of time mudding out the kitchen area because most of it is covered. So, 2 tools you're going to need that are an absolute must when you're hanging indoors is a square and a level, because you can't have a door that's hanging crooked or on a square or not level, or it won't work properly. So make sure you have both of those.
So our door packages come as what we call knockdown packages, and they consist of 2 leg jambs and a header piece and the door and hinges, and then it's up to the contractor to cut and put them together before install. I always cut the header piece 1/8 of an inch larger than the actual door. So for example, a 30-inch door, the header would be cut at 30 1/8. And what this does is allows the door to open and close freely after all the coats of paint have been applied.
So this is the laminate floor that they've decided to go with. Looks like about a 1/4 inch floor. It's a click flooring, and in order to set my doors at the right height, what I'm going to do is use this as a block underneath the door jamb. I always like to start on the hinge side of the jamb and make sure this side is level. And just setting a level on it right now shows me that the top needs to come this way just a little bit. So I'll pin the bottom, and then we'll shim out using wood shims on top. I'm also using a 2-inch brad nailer just to get the door jamb set, and then I will screw it to the framing after it's set. So now that this side is level, what I want to do is grab my square, and you can see the gap up in here. By lifting this side, allows me to close that gap and get a door that hangs square.
Then after installing all the jambs, you simply go around and use an X-Acto knife to score the shim and break it off.
Okay, so we went ahead, we installed all the jambs, all the doors. Now we're going to do what they call a stop, which is basically this piece that the door slams against. And we're going to go ahead and put all these stops on and then case out the doors and call it a day. Well, this is day 5 of our first week on this condo rebuild. It's been one hell of a week. First week back after 3 months of being off. It was a little tough, but we got a lot done this week. We got the demolition done. We've got the ceilings painted, repaired and painted with 2 coats. We primed out all the walls, patched all the walls, and we have hung the doors and cased all the doors. And today, for the final day this week, we're gonna prep and spray the doors and the casings, and that'll wrap it up for this week. So if you guys want to see more, make sure you subscribe, because next week we're going to be laying the floor, which is a click laminate floor, and installing the kitchen and finishing off all the base as well. So next week will be a big week. You will not want to miss it. So make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. So that being said, let's get into spraying out these doors.
So before I can spray the doors, I have to lightly sand all the doors, especially the edges, and this should be done before and between coats. By doing this, we'll give a professional finish on all the woodwork. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up for this week, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. And I encourage everybody to subscribe. You're not going to want to miss next week's video, where we're laying the floors, installing kitchens, and installing all the baseboards. We'll see you all next time. Peace out.